know from doing incarnational work, when we look at a lifetime, it's very important to us to look at the moment of death. What were the thoughts before, during, and after death? And so when someone relaxes at the moment of leaving their body, they facilitate a higher octave, a higher potential of that evolutionary pattern. If a person is in terrible fear or anger or vengeance when they die, they are much more likely to carry that as a heavy karma into the next round. And so it is wonderful when someone can relax. You know, you've heard me say, I've been with so many people at the moment of their death, and they so often say, they smile and say, this is what my life was about. They get that little flick of just, and they take their last breath, and they're gone, you know. So we want to encourage that kind of being relaxed and not feeling that we should do something. We have imprinted in us the idea that the more we worry about someone, the more we love them, and that they will feel that. Actually, they will feel our contraction and our worry, and it holds them and poisons them. And so that kind of relaxing, being happy, is the way we want it to be, and the way for everyone else. When we're not worrying about someone, we're not holding them to our concepts about what's best for them, because we can never know that unless we can look into that Kesha energetic. So thank you. Let us all giggle right to the end. We have just a little moment or two. What else would you like to talk about before we finish? Yes.
Could you talk about how we can truly learn to love ourselves? I mean, the concept has been there, you know, you
forever.
need to love yourself and don't find, you know, don't look for it in the outside world. But I don't think anybody really has gotten the point of it, or
yes.
there are a lot of people who don't really make that,
yes.
don't know how to make that leap.
Yes.
So
because we don't know how to look at ourselves without judgment, without this sort of self-conscious awareness of self. And that's why at the Light Institute we place so much attention on the inner child. Not the inner child, the child you were and how you suffered and you didn't get yours, but actually going back to how you played and what you loved and how you created and how you thought you were the best at the dancing or the swinging from the tree or the running the fastest or pulling the things off the flowers or whatever it was. When we touch that energy, we lose the self-consciousness, which is akin to self-righteousness, which is akin to judgment, and we just have that energetic of the self, being a part of the whole. In the same way, ecstasy, to be ecstatic. You cannot focus on the self in that, do I love me, am I good enough conversation. You have to just be with that. And so when we connect with our inner child and we become a part of that wonderful flow of life and all its potential and all that we create around us and that we see and that we love and that we taste, then we begin to love the self. Because we're not peering at the self from adult eyes saying, well, you should have gotten here by now and you should do that. So let us all attune to our inner child, to that part of our essence that is unselfconsciously alive. When we're alive, we don't have the energy to do the other. Thank you.